It's time the UK started wearing face masks. In countries with a high mask wearing culture such as Japan, Singapore, China, the death rate from this virus is significantly less than it is here in the UK. Face masks are proven to help stop the spread of this virus onto someone else, so why aren't we using them? It may still be a while before restrictions are eased in the UK, so wouldn't this be a good time to use it to ask local clothing manufacturers, and there's lots of them in Walsall and Wolverhampton, to manufacture as many face masks as possible and post them out to households within the region. This would avoid a possible shortage issue further down the line.
Should we be wearing face masks, Rachel?
This is a very interesting question. Now, the WHO still says no, their advice is not to recommend that everybody, general members of the public, should wear face masks. And they have some very good reasons for concern. For instance, if you wear a mask, you are more likely to touch your face. And we know that one of the main routes of transmission of this virus of infection is you've picked it up on your hands and then you touch either your nose, your eyes or your mouth. And so if you have something across your face that invites you to touch your face, then it potentially increases the risk of you infecting yourself. There's another behavioural issue here, which is the perception that if you're wearing a mask, you are somehow more protected, and so you may be more inclined to undertake riskier behaviours. You may not socially distance in the same way that you would otherwise. So there are some, I think rightly, some real concerns around face masks. The flip side of that is there is no randomised controlled trial evidence for whether or not face masks are beneficial or not in the case of coronavirus.
Coughing is faster, with an estimated speed of 100 miles per hour.
COVID-19 specifically, we do have some evidence for other viruses, but not this virus. And I think the reason for this is not necessarily what the public assume to be the case. So there's two reasons for wearing a mask. One is to decrease your risk of being infected, and the other, of course, is to decrease your risk of infecting other people if you, unbeknownst to yourself, have the virus. You may be asymptomatic and unknowingly spreading it to other people. So a cloth mask is pretty rubbish as a form of protection for you against other people coughing virus that effective. But in terms of you, if you're infected, protecting other people from you transmitting the virus to them, then actually there is evidence that a cloth mask reduces the amount of virus particles you are generating to 1/36 of what you would otherwise.
1/36?
1/36. So one is whether or not the general public should be wearing simple, they can be cloth face masks in order to reduce transmission of this virus to other people. And the jury is out there. The WHO is still not advising that, but many national countries, and New York, as you say, most definitely are. So it would be helpful to know when the government is going to give the public a definitive answer.
I take responsibility for making sure that everybody gets the protective equipment that they need. That is my job. Zoom conferences than ever before, and I'm at home now, and in our offices we spread out the chairs around the tables, and I think though that we have worked closely together, and but what matters is that everybody follows the rules. I mean, I don't know if I keep returning to this, but that's because it's such an important. And I have never seen that dress you wear.